We're actually out here today running a few errands at the cabin, and I realized I have two of my over and under shotguns with me. They've been on a few hunting trips recently and a few clay shooting trips, and I cleaned them right after, just a quick run through the barrels, but not the thorough cleaning that they deserve. And I love these guns. I love the way they function, and I love the way they look, and I want to preserve that. While a few scratches and a little bit of wear looks good and it reminds you of some of the good times and the good hunting trips that you've been on, corrosion never does. You want to feel confident when you're using something like this, and you want to know it's going to work really well every time. These are really nice guns. These are my favorite shotguns, and I want to take good care of them. So let's clean these guns. I had planned to shoot this real quick at the tailgate and keep it simple, but Mother Nature had other plans, so here we are. The two guns that we're cleaning today are very similar in terms of the cleaning process and how we're going to break them down, with some minor differences. The first one is my Browning Citori 725 Field in 20 gauge. I like this gun. It looks very similar to the second gun that we're going to clean, which is a Beretta Silver Pigeon II in 12 gauge, and this one is a sporting, I believe. The only difference, and it won't matter for this video, is how the extractors come out. I strongly recommend removing the extractors when you're doing a thorough cleaning, because it's one of the pieces that moves every single time you use the gun. If there's grime stuck in there, that constant movement back and forth is gonna cause some wear where you don't want there to be, and that's when things start getting stuck or not moving properly or fast enough. Real quick, I just finished laying out everything I'll be using in front of me, so let's go through it. The first decision you're going to be making is whether or not you want an all-in-one cleaner like CLP, or if you want a dedicated formula for the cleaner and the lubricant. There are many different schools of thought on this. From my experience, from what I've read and just actually cleaning and using the guns, I've ran to zero issues doing this. All of my guns function properly. They all look and feel the way they did when I first bought them. This seems to work well for me. This one is branded by Mossy Oak, but it's made by Cleanse Oil. I like to use it in a spray bottle for the barrels and anything I kind of want to cover really quickly, and then the dropper for any areas that I actually want to lubricate without getting it on the areas that I want to keep dry. The cleaning kit itself, this is just a generic one that I got on Amazon. It has everything you need for a shotgun, 3 different gauges, the bronze mop, which is really at the very end to just give it a quick coat of lubricant, and the jags, which hold your cleaning cloth, and then the rod that you kind of put together so you can put it inside of the bore. And it comes with a brush as well that we'll be using. I like to put one of these car tool holders, the magnetic ones. I like to put that so I can soak things like the chokes or the extractors without them kind of going everywhere or getting lubricant everywhere. I have gloves just in case, but I always bring them out and never use them. You know, up to you. If you don't want to get this chemical stuff on your hands, that makes sense. Shop rags also work really well to just quickly give something a quick dry or pick up any excess lubricant that you don't want. And for any areas that you don't want the shop rags to leave any residue, I like to use the microfiber cloth. Make sure to have your choke tool, if you need one, for your gun to remove the chokes and give those a good cleaning too. We'll be doing that. And finally, I just grabbed a quick screwdriver set to remove the extractors themselves from the Browning. Oh, and last but not least, some kind of cloth, or you can use the rag itself, but cover your surface area with something. In my case, I just found this shelter half tent that was laying around. Hopefully I don't destroy it. I've went ahead and disassembled the Beretta, and I'm going to show you how I do that with the Browning. First thing is to remove the forearm. There's a lever right here that you pull on and it comes right off. We're going to put that on the side here because we're going to batch clean these together. Then remove the barrel just by cracking the gun open and separating the barrel from the receiver, setting it down here. Now that your gun is in 3 different pieces, you have access to the back of the barrel that's usually covered, and you can remove the extractors. So the Beretta, as I mentioned, there's like a squeeze and a twist. So now I have both of the extractors on the Beretta removed. I'm going to place them here so I don't lose them. And then there is a rod and a spring that we're going to remove as well. Let's put it all together right here in this tray. It's nice and magnetic too, so it's not going anywhere. This is now ready to be fully cleaned out. The browning requires a tool to remove the extractor. You just lift it up and there's a flathead screw right in there that you just have to take out. Make sure you don't lose that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. Now we are ready to clean the barrels, and this is probably the most important part. It's 3 different parts to it. First, I like to break everything loose with this. So spray a little bit of CLP down both barrels really, really quickly. Just a general serving of CLP. There we go. And then maybe 3 pumps on this one as well. A little more than that. There we go. All right. And this next step, I have the 12 gauge brush on, so we're going to start with that. Really all we are trying to do is get the CLP to just break some things loose. So we're going to put it in slowly with a, I guess, clockwise twisting motion is what I like to do. So all the way, twist and push through until it comes out the other end. There we go. I can feel it going through the choke. Boom. All right. And then twist it. Same direction on the way out. All right. The second barrel. Let it soak. And while it does that, I will spray down the things that I put in this tray to just have them soak a little bit as well. Let's do that. Once they're done soaking, we'll hit them with a brush. All right, great. While the barrels soak, it's usually a good time to quickly just get in here in the forearm and get some of that grime out of it. So to do that, we'll just do a little pump on a shop rag, just right in here. And now there's a little bit of CLP in there, but not too much. With the brush, just get in here, just get some of that carbon buildup out of the springs. There are some springs in here that kind of lock this or unlock this out of place. And that's really it here. Now that this has been soaking for a little bit, we're going to go back and do another pump in each barrel and do the second step with the bronze brush, which is in and out, starting at the very bottom of the barrel. So in and out, in and out, in and out. Of course, my hands are greasy. Okay, just every few inches, forward and backward motion. And then one good pass straight through. Now we're done with this. We're going to move to the jag. And unfortunately, I only have, that's one thing I kind of overlooked, is the cloth here. I only have a couple, but we're going to grab a jag, thread it on here, and we're going to run this a couple of times for the first time and then see how dirty it comes out. But this is going to pick everything up that we just moved around. We'll start with the 20 gauge just to keep things from getting confused and mixed up. And we're just going to twist it around and try to just get full coverage. Wow. All right. Let's do the top one. And as you can see, it's going to come out much cleaner the second and third time around. And as you're doing this, keep looking and you'll notice if you need to keep going or if what you're doing is getting close to cleaning out the entire barrel. And now that both barrels are clean, it's a good time to remove the chokes and give those a spray as well. And there's 2. So, like I said, I'm going to quickly give them a quick spray right here. Let them soak. Remember, the inside is pretty clean since you just clean the barrels, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, so while these are soaking, I'm going to grab one of those shop rags right here and just wipe down the barrel on the outside. And then I'm going to get into where the extractors go and spray that down and get it with the brush. So first, the 20 gauge, just to make it look nice and shiny, keep it from getting corroded. We're going to get into these channels right here where the extractors go. 1, 2, and then that's what the brush is for. Just get in there, break up any of that built up carbon, even in these notches right here. And we'll pick all of that up with a rag. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing with the Beretta and then dry it up. All right, we are finally at the third and last part of the barrel cleaning, and this is where we're going to just spray the mop a little bit. We're going to start with the 12 gauge here. Spray it with a little bit of CLP, and all we're really doing at this point, we are not cleaning anymore. We are really just lubricating. So this one has seen some use, but it's gray and not black because you're not cleaning. They start off white and they slowly start to get darker in color because obviously there's always a little bit of residue that kind of still in there. But the idea is that you're not cleaning with this. You're really just running it through. Yes, you might pick up some leftovers, but all you're really doing is giving it that last coating. And after this, it's supposed to look nice and shiny. Now that everything's been soaking in here nicely, we're going to come and just clean it up as much as we can with the brush. It doesn't have to look perfect, but you can see where the buildup is, especially in these threads. These go right on your barrel, and you want them to be nice and clear of anything that might ruin the threads on the barrel. Not something you want to worry about. And then I'm going to move on to the extractors themselves. They've been soaking for a while. Just run that brush through, clean them as much as you can. Anywhere you see dark carbon, try to get it out. I quickly gave all of the extractor parts and the chokes a thorough brush and wipe down, and now they are organized and ready to go. Beretta on one side, Browning on the other. Going to put them back on the barrel and move on to the receiver cleaning. The extractors are back in, nice and smooth. Everything's moving perfectly. The chokes are back in. These barrels are clean and ready to go. Before I keep going, I just want to point to the fact that someone's probably going to complain about me cleaning 2 guns at the same time. This is different than like an AR or something where you might get things mixed up and you have a catastrophic event later. None of the parts on here are interchangeable. There's no way I might put the wrong, choke on the Beretta or the the extractor from the browning on the Beretta, it would not work. All that is going to happen is it might just take longer when you mix things up. But let's now move on to the receiver. All I'm going to do is spray a little bit on a cloth like this. All we're doing right now is basically, I don't want to spray, and I want to get a good amount of cleaner in there. And so we're using this cloth, even though it's dirty, to just get lubricant in there. And then I'm going to get in here with this brush and just try to get anything that looks like carbon, especially between these areas, these pockets where the barrel and the receiver kind of come together and hinge in. I want to try to clean it up as much as possible. And anything over here. That's it. This one's pretty clean actually to begin with. So that's done. I'm going to give it a quick little drying. And then I'm going to put only lube. I mean, it's pretty well lubricated now. It's just coated. And I'm going to put just a little drop where I actually want it to be lubricated. So just like that. Nothing crazy. And if you do too much, just go back in and clean it up like I just did. There we go. So the 12 gauge is all done, nice and clean. I'm going to put it back together just the way you took it apart, the way it cracks open. There we go. And there's the Beretta. The Beretta is nice and clean. I'm going to finish off the browning right now. Thank you for watching. Please let me know in the comments below any other accessories that you like to use when cleaning your gun. I know there's so many options on the market. There's no right, there's no wrong. Maybe I did something wrong too. I don't know. Who knows? Let me know. But that's it. Go clean your gun and like and subscribe. Later.